Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Surprise Thursday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Dungeons & Dragons Classics, Eric the Cavalier. Let's get into it! Let's start our journey with a look at the packaging. And then here we have some nice artwork up here showcasing the entrance to the roller coaster or the ride or whatever it is, where they go through the portal in the cartoon. It's 40th anniversary of the cartoon Dungeons & Dragons. There's some nice artwork of Eric. Assortment number 4 and up, Hasbro print. Warning! Don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. Plastic-free packaging, except tape and glue. And then there's a nice digital render of Eric. And it says Eric right there. On this side, it says, Eric the Cavalier may seem like a coward, but is a hero at heart, wielding the magical Griffin shield. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, wrong! It's a warning! Attention, Octoon, don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. And of course, don't give it to babies. And then nice artwork on this side of Eric. Then on the back, we have Dungeons & Dragons, Eric. Nice digital render of the figure and accessories. Figure to scale. And then here's the cross sale of Wave 2, Sheila and Presto. Each sold separately. And then here we have, includes figure, 2 accessories, and 1 die. Small, fine, legalese, made in China print. Symbols I'm not going to learn. A barcode. Attention, especially don't stick it in your French pie hole. That thing, this stuff. Plastic-free packaging. Except tape and glue. And recycle it, and Hasbro print. That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And first up, we'll start with the accessories. And here we have the die. And again, it has the nice coloration that the rest of the line has. So, I think those are a cool addition to the line. And then here we have his energy piece that goes around the shield that's supposed to mimic the shielding effect of his shield, and it's made out of a soft, flexible, rubbery kind of plastic, and it's translucent, and it's kind of a bluish color. So I mean, it's an okay. I don't think it's the greatest representation of the shield's power, but that's just me. Here we have his shield. Pretty plain. The disc here in the center is molded in, and then this is either a tampo. It could be a sticker. On Hasbro, it's probably a sticker. And then he's got some clips on the back so he can hold it, or so that it can attach to his arm. And how these work together, you can see on the inside here there's a lip or 2 lips, maybe. I don't know how you would exactly name that. There's a channel in there. How about that? And you just get the front part and the back part around the shield, in essence fitting the shield within the channel. And then there is the energy effect on the shield. Well, let's take a look at the figure himself, and I have to say, it does sort of look like Eric, enough that you know that's who it is. But honestly, this guy looks like the dude out of Archie comics that's always trying to steal Veronica away from Archie. That's who he looks like to me. I can't think of his name. Reggie. Yeah, that's his name, Reggie. So he looks more like Reggie to me than Eric, but you know, I think some of that is just due to the smarminess of the face, and then some of it is due to taking a 2D drawing and turning it into a 3D product, and the entire line kind of suffers from that. As far as past the face, I don't think there's much paint apps going on this guy. Now he's got some nice molded detail for the chainmail here on the legs and on the arms, but yeah, past the head, I don't see any paint apps. That may be these shoulder pauldrons for the cape, which is a separate and loose piece. It doesn't peg in the back or anything like that. Let's take a look at his articulation. He can look up that high. He can look down that low. He's got chicken neck. He's got a little bit of waggle. 360 degrees worth of the Exorcist. At the shoulder, 360 degrees worth of rotation. And let's see, the arm only wants to go up that high. Let's see if it's that bad on the other side as well. Yep, so that must be how it is designed. Single hinge and swivel at the elbow, and then approximately a 90-degree bend there at the elbow. 360 degrees of rotation at the wrist on an in and out hinge, and the other side is an in and out hinge as well. Looks like a ball joint at the waist, and it's pretty tight, but it will do a full 360 degrees of rotation. He can lean back that far, he can crunch forward that far, and he can lean left and right. He can do the hula a little bit. Now the sides of his shirt, or whatever you want to call it, the bottom of it's coming out. On the sides there's a split on each side to help with range of motion, and with those splits he can give you that much of the splits, so lots of splits going on there. He can kick forward that far. He can, wow, I want to say he probably kicks back the furthest of the entire line. And nothing in the thigh. Single hinge and swivel at the knee, and very tight knees, I might add. And gives you approximately, we'll say that's a 90-degree bend there at the knee. And then at the ankle, tilts down that far, tilts up that far, which is pretty good too. And forward facing pin for rocker. I think he's got the best ankle tilt in the line, at least of the heroes. And as far as how the shield works, it's got these clips, and you pretty much just clip it on his arm. It doesn't want to really do, does it? Nope. So there we go, we'll call that done. So there you have it, my friends. Eric the Cavalier and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the entire line of Dungeons & Dragons classics with Dungeon Master, Bobby the Barbarian, Uni the Unicorn, Diana the Acrobat, Sheila the Thief, Hank the Ranger, Eric the Cavalier, and Presto the Magician, with their main villain, Venger. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the Dungeons & Dragons Classics Eric the Cavalier, with from the Marvel Legends series, making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee from G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander from Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper, and for a 7-inch scale comparison from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the Dungeons & Dragons Classics, Eric. It's a figure. I don't like to say a lot of bad things about stuff, because sometimes, you know, people pour their heart and soul into it, but I can't feel this way about this entire line. And this figure is no different. It's an attempt at a figures we should have had 40 years ago. And we probably would have liked better, even with less articulation. The energy effect fits on the shield. I think they missed an opportunity with this figure to give him an alternate head sculpt, where he doesn't have this look, but the more frightened look that he often affected during episodes. The sculpt is okay. The execution overall is not great. I really would have to rate it poor, and that unfortunately goes along with the rest of this line. It feels like it was, to Hasbro, just a throwaway line. They were just putting stuff out to build interest for their movie line, perhaps, or the movie itself. And it just, again, the execution on this line was just, it's lackluster. It feels like the people who were in charge of it just didn't give a crap, and they were handed this job and they were like, I don't know nothing about this, I don't want to watch no cartoons, give me the pictures, let me look at pictures, and I'll design something from that. And so, I mean, I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong and people really poured themselves into this line to get it done, it just, I'm sorry folks, it falls short. It's not for as long as it took to get figures of these characters, I shouldn't feel sad when I look at it. And unfortunately I do. Thankfully I didn't pay full price for any of it. That's probably the best thing I can say about this line. I was unsure when I bought the first wave whether I was going to finish the line out, and found the last 3 on sale and decided, yeah, let me go ahead, and then I've got the whole set. But still, again, it's only because I found them on sale and did not have to pay full price for it. And the Wave 1 I didn't pay full price for as well. I found it on sale also. And just, I don't know, disappointing. And as long as we waited to get figures of these characters, it's really bad that, you know, that they're disappointing. And I know that who is it, Super 7, I think, is doing the line now, or their version of the line, and I think they do look better, but just $55 a pop is a little bit steep for me, especially not knowing whether the line is going to get completed or not. And I don't know. So I am not interested in the cartoon figures at $55 a pop. I can at least say I have a set, even if it is a lackluster set. And I finally have figures that I waited 40 years for. That does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I sort of enjoyed making it. The process, at least. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you're interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more content or just help the channel grow, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.